Why is it so hard to rent a property this time of the year? We're here in this property, beautiful property, as you can see around me, that we just started operating. In fact, we just had the council here today to do the council inspection for the registration. This time of the year, particularly towards the end of the year and between now and January, the market changes a little bit. So I thought it would be important to explain to people why that is the case. Obviously, when people invest in this style of project and in this type of investments, sometimes there's assumptions made around investment numbers, there's assumptions made around returns and around occupancy and how quickly a property like this will be rented. Because of course, any day that a property is not rented is not producing cash flow and therefore is impacting the overall results of the property. And there's a few factors that I thought make sense to cover today and provide hopefully a little bit of clarity by the end of this video of what to expect in this time of the year. We're in the final rush before Christmas. On the construction side of our business, obviously, we're finishing a number of projects because we know it's important to finish them hopefully this side of Christmas before the construction side of the business goes into a significant slowdown for the end of year break and most of January. But on the rental side of things, the business continues to operate as normal. We continue to have inspections, we continue to advertise properties, we continue to process applications, we continue to operate like nothing has happened, with probably the exception of the main days in between. Obviously, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, that sort of stuff. But overall, we continue to operate. However, it's very, very clear to us after many years of operating rooming houses that the results during that period are significantly lower than they are during other times of the year. So we went and did a significant amount of investigation as to why. Why is it? Is it something that relates to our activity and relates to having people available and responding to queries and things like that? Or is it something else? And we realized that it had nothing to do with the actual way we were operating these properties. Obviously, we have a number of people who go on holidays during this time of the year, but there's still enough people to basically operate and to kind of respond to inquiries and to process applications. In fact, during this time of the year, because we don't have the distractions that normally we have when other things are happening in the business, we tend to have actually a faster response. And we tend to respond to applications quicker, we tend to respond to inquiries quicker, also because it's less of them. And that takes us to the core of the issue. The core of why there are less rooms being rented this time of the year is because even though we are here and we continue to operate the way we normally do, the reality is that people out there in the market are distracted. It's Christmas, it's summer. They are not thinking about moving houses. They are not thinking about moving from wherever they're living to somewhere new. They are not thinking about necessarily going and doing inspections all around. They also sometimes make the assumption that we are not working, that real estates are not operating the same way. So they just leave it to next year. And unfortunately, there's very, very little we can do to influence the broader market. So what we have done is we have made sure that we still have people around to respond to every inquiry, that we respond to every inquiry as quickly as we can, that we receive applications and process those applications as quickly as we can, even during this period. And then if someone is ready to move in, then they can absolutely move into one of our properties, provided that they meet qualification criteria. If that is the case, then we are pretty much ready to go. We're here to serve them and we're here to do the best job we can. But it's important to understand that the market slows down massively. And it's important to have the right expectation, because if you don't, then unfortunately you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be spending a stressful time during Christmas and New Year. And this festivity season is not for that type of thing. There's very little that owners owners can do to impact the market. There's very little that we as operators can do to influence the market other than responding to the realities of what's out there. That's all I have for you today. I hope you're having a great festive season. I hope you're enjoying time with your family, and I look forward to seeing many of you either through this break or early in the new year.